Welcome to Zero to Millionaire, Building the Foundation. We are talking 10 steps to success. And we're just going to wait a few moments for the remainder of the people who have registered to join us. But I'd like to welcome everyone who is here at the moment. Right, grab yourself some pen and some paper because we've got lots of notes for you to take today. So Zero to Millionaire, this is a course that I developed because many people tell me that they have no money, and I take them through how to start, find something that generates income for them so they can go on to be investors. And that was how the Zero to Millionaire course started. And we're going to discuss the new course that we're running, which is the 10 steps to success. And what we're going to be covering in this webinar is the difference between traders and investors, a formula for building sustainable wealth, and 8 types of income that ensure wealth and income. So let's talk about traders versus investors. Trading and investing are words that get used out of context. They get mixed around quite a bit. And I want to explain the difference between the two. So first of all, if you are a trader, your mindset is that you follow trends. The more people that are going into shares or into anything, and the more that are going out, the bigger the trend, the more money a trader makes, because a trader can make money if the market is going up, if it's going down, or if it's going sideways. Traders work on short-term trades, so you can trade. You can have really short-term trades that go for minutes. You can have trades that go for a couple of months. Trading is very much individual, because if you are asking someone, do you think this is a good idea? You've missed the opportunity as a trader. So trading is very much for the individual. There are generally 2 types of mindset, fear and greed. Now, there's nothing wrong with either mindset. It simply means that you need to be able to understand yourself, understand whether you operate for fear or greed. Because if you use a fear strategy and you're a person who operates from greed, you'll lose money. Vice versa, if you are someone who operates from greed, but you use strategies around fear, you'll lose money. So it's very important as a trader to actually understand your mindset, understand how you operate. And many top traders work with psychologists who help them to understand the nature of how they react in situations. When people first start learning to trade, 90% of people will lose 90% of their money in the first 90 days. So if you are going to become a trader, you need to have very thick skin and be ready to lose a lot of money. The exceptional traders in the market will make 6 or 7 trades out of every 10. They're used to losing money, and they hope like hell that the trades that do work for them cover the losses that they make. Now, investors, totally different mindset. First of all, as an investor, we're contrarian to what the market is doing. And I will use the word we or me because I am an investor, predominantly an investor. I trade very, very rarely. and investing is how I built my wealth. So I'm contrarian. I go against what the markets are doing. Acquire assets long term. And by that, I can tell you that I have assets that I've held for 20 years because I am waiting for them to go through what we call an investment cycle and to reach their peak opportunity. And investment cycles for every investment is totally different lengths of time. So we acquire assets long term. We build teams because we know we can't do everything on our own. If I invest in property, I need a broker, I need either a property sourcer or an estate agent that can put the right types of property my way. I need a lawyer that can do all the sales and all the checks. I need a mortgage broker who can put all the mortgages together. Building teams, small teams, depending on what the investment is key to how we get that enormous growth. We need patience and lots of patience. We can't dictate what is happening in the market. We have to wait for the market to come to us. Now, one of the things that we always try to do is make money when we go into an investment and when we go out of an investment. So that is really the difference between a trader and investor. So please remember, trading is not investing. Two totally different skills. So let me ask you a question. Is this you? Is your money working for you? We often hear about time is money. But when you put the right investments in place, you generate a lot of extra free time because you have money working for you. So is your money working for you or isn't it? Now, I understand not having any money. You see, I had a business sale breakdown, and that business sale left me broke. I had to quickly move countries due to family circumstances, and I found myself in the UK totally broke. But there was one thing I knew, and that was how to make money. I became an investor, and as an investor, my first priority, if you like to call it, was to build businesses. And I have built lots of businesses which I've sold, some I still have, some I've closed down because they weren't as successful as I wanted them to be. But I have businesses. I built property portfolios, and I have property portfolios around the world. These generate monthly income for me. And I got into the share market. Not only the share market, but I do cryptocurrencies, I do bonds, and I follow precious metals. Now, one of the things that I learned was, where does the money flow? And by watching where the money flows, this is how I was able to make my money. You see, if we talk about shares, when the share market goes down, there is always something that goes up. And quite often that can be gold. And I'm the person who has been buying gold while it's low and out of favor. And as the price of that goes up, I start selling. When shares drop down in price, I buy low, and when they go up, I sell. So I'm going contrarian to what the markets are doing. When a price is low, I want to buy. When the price goes up, I want to sell. Now, I follow this strategy with all my investments. There is always something going up while something is going down. And as a result of using these different strategies, I was able to retire in 2003, 1 month before my 44th birthday. But let me tell you something, you know, investing, retirement, it's boring. You have to be, as an investor, you have to be so patient and wait for things to happen. And when it came to retirement, well, everybody else was working. I didn't have anybody to spend time with when I was retired, and I became really bored. So what I did was I set about writing books. In total, I've now written 23 books around investing, businesses, personal development. And along the way, I became a #1 international best-selling author, having reached #1 in 6 countries. So you can see that I generated another business that generated income for me out of pure boredom. So today I'm an educator, and what I teach clients is how to build the businesses, online businesses, side hustles that will help them generate income. I teach them how to get into property through what we call options. I teach them digital investing, and digital investing is shares, bonds, cryptocurrencies, and I teach them about cash investments, and those investments are gold and silver bullion, peer-to-peer lending. We look at fixed-term deposits. There's a whole range of investments that you can generate for yourself within each of those 4 categories. Now, when I studied investing, I found there were tens of thousands of investments out there. But when you put them through a filter, they fit into just one of those 4 categories. And by being in each one of those 4 categories, you build a balanced portfolio, what I call sustainable wealth. Because if one goes down or you have something that fails in one side, you always have other investments that are there generating income for you and continuing to build your wealth. Now, when you look at this from the side, we have 4 levels. We have the foundation, which is where we build very, very simple investment strategies that are not exciting. They will go on to generate millions if you give them the time, but they build a very solid foundation that allows you to build wealth. There's an expression that says you don't build a house on sand because it doesn't have stable foundations, and the same applies to investing. Unless you have that stable foundation in place, your other investments won't be supported and can easily fall over. Once we have the foundation in place, we move to the income level, because in the foundation we've learned how to make some money. We can now move to the income level and create more income. And once we create more income, we can then start to get into the investments that give us capital growth. They're a bit more expensive to get into. And that foundation, the income and the growth are core to being an investor. And if you want to go on to be a trader, then you do that after you've built those other 3 layers. You see, just like that, you can lose your whole wealth. If you have your foundation, your income and your growth investments there, you will always have money coming in so you can do the speculation side. And what I call speculation is your forex, your futures, your trading. It's all that aspect of the trader side of what we covered at the beginning, if you like, the difference between traders and investors. Traders, to me, are in that speculation area. So what to do if money's not working for you? Well, first of all, keep calm and learn to make money be your friend. So this is how I can actually help you. First of all, I teach you how to build businesses that are side hustles. These are something you can work around a job, you can work around another business if you have. If you have an existing business, we look at add-ons that you can plug into an existing business that will generate more income for you. And business is really the #1 key to building sustainable wealth. It's how we generate the income. And it doesn't need to be a complicated business. It can be something very simple. It can be running an eBay account, an Amazon account, an Etsy or Shopify, whatever sort of account you want to run. It can be affiliate marketing. There can be additional things that you can plug in, existing business models that you can plug into your own business. You can do network marketing. There's a whole range of what we call side hustles that you can generate under the business category that will generate income for you. The next level is property. Now, most people do not have money to get into property. These days, with the way the banks and the mortgages are operating, you have to have 35% deposit to even get into a property. So what we teach you is how to use options. Now, options are a very easy way to get into property with little or no money. And we teach you different types of options that will allow you to build a property portfolio, allow you to generate income, and then move on to buying property once you've got all that income coming in. Shares. Not only shares, but this is shares, cryptocurrency, the bonds. We teach you how to invest in those. And the thing with these is that they start very, very low, but they can generate what we call the hockey stick, which is where the compounding effect comes in. 80% of your money is made in the last 20% of your investing. And so we teach you some strategies to be able to generate capital growth and income. And then we want to protect everything that we're doing. So how do we protect that? These markets go up and down. All markets go up and down. And one of the best ways of protecting the wealth that you generate is through the use of bullion. Bullion is a leverage, and by bullion I mean precious metals. So we have gold, silver, platinum, palladium, copper. There's all sorts of metals there that we can use, and we can leverage those metals, the price of those metals, to get us into other assets. So this is the 4 key areas that we cover to help you build sustainable wealth. Now, there are 8 types of income. The first type of income is what we call earned income. Now, that can be a job. If you're in a job, you have earned income. It's where you trade time for money. But earned income can actually mean owning your own business, where you become an employee of that business and you get all the benefits that an employee would have. Profit income. These are our side hustles. These are little things that we do on the side that generate some income for us. Or they can be full-time businesses, but they're not in a company structure. They're people trading as. and that is profit income. Then we have dividend income. And dividend, there's different ways of generating dividends. One is from a business. If you have a company, you've become an employee, so you've got your earned income, you can pay yourself dividends from the profit that the company makes. But other types of dividend income comes from shares, which pay out dividends. It's like earning interest on the shares that you have. And one of the strategies that we look at is how to make sure you have dividend income coming in every month. We have residual income or passive income, depending on which part of the country or the world you're in. And what that means is, just use an expression, you have money coming in while you're sleeping. So you are setting up your businesses, your side hustles that will generate income for you, regardless as to whether you're working on them or not. You spend a little bit of time right at the beginning creating those residual income streams, and then you just tweak them from time to time, and that income continues to come in. Then we have interest. Now, interest, we look at different ways of generating interest. Cryptocurrency, fantastic way of generating interest because you can earn interest on your cryptocurrency. Another type of interest is peer-to-peer lending. That's where we put our money with other people and we lend that out and we get interest paid back to us as a thank you for loaning the money. Then we have rental income. Now, most people tend to think of residential property, and it's taken quite a hammering over the last few years. Very few people actually want to be in rental income in residential property. However, it's not just property. You can think of anything around you that you own that you can rent to someone else. Now, when we live in cities, parking is extremely difficult. Can you rent your driveway to somebody so that when you're not there during the day, they can pay you rent to park their car there? Now, these are different ways of looking at how to generate rental income. A friend of mine has one of those boards that you put your face through, you used to see at playgrounds, and she rents it out to weddings and photographers, people who want parties. So there's lots of different things. Just take a look around your place and think, what do I have that somebody else might want to pay me to use? Then we have capital gains income. Now, capital gains income is where you acquire an asset, you buy, you inherit, whatever, an asset, and it goes up in value. And when you sell, you make a profit from it. People flip properties, so they buy a property, they do it up, they sell it. That is a capital gains income. But another type of capital gains is bullion investing, your gold, your silver, because you buy it when it's low, you sell it when it's high. That's capital gains. And the eighth type of income that you can generate is royalty income. And royalty income comes from the books. You've seen all the books I write. That generates a monthly income for me. People who are photographers or graphic designers, they make music, they create films. Anything that you can copyright or create can generate income for you as a royalty income. There's all sorts of different ways to have these 8 types of income. And through our 10 steps to success, we teach you how to generate those 8 streams of income, 8 different types of income. So you always have income coming in, no matter what's happening out there in the markets. The COVID pandemic was key to deciding whether you were able to survive or thrive. And most people went into survival mode. Even though there were furlough schemes, most people were in survival mode. Those that were building these income streams found that not only did they thrive or survive, they thrived because they were able to keep doing what they do and keep making money, and they always had income coming in. So here's my personal promise. You will learn from my course, 10 Steps to Success, how to generate multiple income streams. You'll learn shared investment strategies for income and growth. You'll learn property investing using lease options and rent-to-buy options. You'll learn how to build a gold and silver bullion portfolio and how to leverage it. You'll learn to leverage investment strategies for faster results. And you'll learn how to speed up the compounding effect for even faster results. You will also receive bonus content. You'll get my Wealth Monitor workbook. You'll get my goal setting workbook. You'll get the Share Portfolio Management workbook, and you'll get my Cryptocurrency Monitor workbook. You will receive modules and videos. You will get a complete package that will help you create those income streams and build wealth. So you too can become financially free. Now, normally I charge $1,297 for this course, but for people who are on this webinar, you can get this at $297. Now that is an unbelievable price when you look at everything that you are receiving for that money. So here's a few testimonials. Marilyn says, connecting with Karen has changed my life. Karen has an accessible style and you can relate to her easily. She can captivate an audience and provides the steps which will build a bridge for individuals to use in order to move from where they are now to where they want to be. Participating in the £2.73 Club has caused a paradigm shift in my own thinking about business, and now a whole new future lays before me. Karen changes the lives of those ready to take action. She makes wealth accessible to everyone. And Marilyn is now living her dream lifestyle. Natasha says, I joined Karen's training program last year and have learned so much about investing in her 4 categories. She says she can take you from 0 to million, and she isn't kidding. The training program is a structured and proven formula that you can follow while also having the autonomy to explore new investments and ask her advice on these. I'm enjoying the learning and financial growth that being part of Karen's mastermind groups provides. Been investing for years with a no balance and overexposed in certain areas, says Michael. Now finally starting to get it. Little steps and lots of help and advice from Karen Newton. I can begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Tony, who is a certified and independent financial coach, and in the UK he's been the Financial Times top 10 UK IFA 3 years on the trot. And Tony says Karen is a great coach on how to build wealth through a 273 Club. Karen shows you a number of different strategies, starting with very little money on how to build income and capital in a friendly, supportive way. I have no hesitation in recommending Karen and her 273 Club if you want to learn how to build wealth. So now it's your choice. Within each of us is the power to create the life of our dreams, to become who we want to be and to achieve anything we desire. You can start right now. All you need to do is decide. It's your choice. And it's your choice to decide whether you would like to take advantage of this incredible offer that I'm making to you today to learn how to go from zero to millionaire, build the foundation, and your 10 steps to success. You can sign up using the QR code, which will take you to the direct sign up page for the courses, or use the link in the box below. This is your opportunity to look at where you are now, where you want to be in the future, and have a guaranteed plan to get you there.